What it do? What up, Black? What up, Black? Hey, let me let you in early, my brother. Let me let you in early, my brother. If you got time, that is. I know you always on the road. These days you got, new responsibilities and all that. You ain't got time to be talking to people like me, you know. Hey man, hey, what's up to everybody? What's up, Andre? What's up to everybody, man? Hope everybody doing good. It's been a long time since I do a stream, a really long time. But life wins sometimes, man. Life wins sometimes. So I'm back. We're gonna do a quick live. What's up, my brother?
What's up? What's up?
Hey, let me say again publicly, congratulations to you, Chief.
Thank you, boss. Thank you.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? I
man.
mean, that dude look like, he might have to 10-8 you when he get older, bro.
You might have to what?
10-8 you. You know what I mean? He might push you down.
You might. Yeah, man. I will pull up something real quick. Oh, there we go. Let me pull it. Let me pull it up, man.
Hold on. Let me isolate you. Go ahead. Yeah.
Hey, hey, I put up a meme on my channel. I told my son, I apologize to my son in spirit. I said, I had to do it to you, son. I said when that direct deposit hit.
Yo, yo, this dude look like he pleased. He like, yeah, boy. Yeah, buddy.
When that direct deposit hit that bank account, that's that smile you got on your face right there.
Yeah,
But
man.
yeah, it was good, man. It was good
Hey,
though.
man, just wanted to come on and talk, quick boxing talk and get off.
Yep.
You know what I'm
Regular
saying?
day at the office. Yep.
But you know what I'm saying? Like people get me wrong, right? Because I tell people right now Tyson Fury is the number one heavyweight, right? He's the number one heavyweight right now. Definitely. I'll give him that. You know
Hmm.
what I'm saying? I just find like the way he's fighting right now, the confidence he's exhibiting, the way he's disposing of, well, I guess Wilder and Dillian White,
Hmm.
the way he's disposing of these cats, he's doing it in a confident and dominant way.
Hmm.
And while Tyson Fury has his issues in terms of his resume, because Fury is now saying he's retiring, which I don't believe. It's nonsense.
Right.
Tyson Fury right now is fighting at a level that no other heavyweight is fighting at. That includes my guy Anthony Joshua.
Hmm.
And but I want to shout out his trainer
Hmm.
because what a difference a trainer makes. When Tyson Fury was with Peter Fury, and he was with who was he with before Sugar Hill? Ben Davidson.
Yeah, there you go.
He was fighting the cautious, what I mean, back away, back foot, get out the way type of fight where people wasn't checking for that. He switches to Sugar Hill and his entire demeanor shifts, right? He's no longer let me back up, let me move away, move away. He's now okay, I'm gonna come forward on you and try to finish you off. So let me hear from you, Black. Like in terms of the difference a trainer makes, in a fighter. Let me hear from what you think.
Yeah, man. I think that a trainer definitely makes a huge difference in the style of a fighter. And I think that no, hold on, let me put this image up here because you was talking about there you go. Yeah, man. I think truly this guy made a big difference, and then credit to both of them because Fury had to be humble enough to take in this guy's, guidance and direction and advice when it pertains to, following the game plan and applying it in that ring. And like you said, man, this guy is just taking out the way he's dismantling guys like Deontay Wilder, Dillian White, and the fashion and the confidence that he's fighting at, like you were saying, we got to put him as number one heavyweight. And I agree with you. I don't feel like he's retired yet. But I think that Sugar, he's doing a tremendous job with him. he's even humble enough and says that, he's in charge. And if he wants to, take a little retirement, he said, maybe I'll just take my own hiatus and do what I got to do. I got other things going on outside of boxing, but even if he was to close a chapter on this, big credit to his trainer Sugar, because it was like a transformation as soon as he got with him.
I think it's something to be said where this man, like I listened to Ali Bashir, who himself was around Manuel Stewart and them, and he had to correct the dude. He said it ain't no crank style. It's just showing them how to stick to certain basics and do it effectively. It ain't really a style, right? It's not too much. It's not super technical. It's just a certain mentality and carrying out the mission efficiently. There's no crank style like that, right? So when you watch Fury and you realize, okay, this dude is moving quite differently, it also has to do with a mindset. See, when you can convince yourself that you're a certain type of fighter, it does wonders for you, right? Let me say what I mean. In the first Wilder, was it the first Wilder fight? The first Wilder fight, Freddie Roach was in the camp. Freddie Roach wanted Tyson Fury to go for the stoppage. Ben Davidson was telling Tyson Fury, nah, stay away. When you have a trainer who he himself is a bit cowardly, he's very kind of lily-livered, it does something to the psyche of the fighter. Because the fighter listens to the trainer, and if the trainer himself is somebody who, trainers are supposed to take care of the fighter. But if the trainer is somebody who is not confident in the fighter, they'll always put a doubt in the fighter's head. Freddie Roach said, I would have told Tyson go for the stoppage. I wouldn't have told him go and do no safety first. You take a chance and you put it in the fighter's head that you need to stop this man. I want you to stop this man because you can stop him. When he was fighting Wilder before, Ben Davison was convincing this man that you couldn't stop Wilder and you should be worried and this and that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So what a difference a trainer makes.
Mm-hmm. Most definitely, man.
Dr. Woodcock says Sugar gave clear plan and confidence. Exactly. A clear plan and confidence. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I don't have no issue, even though I got issues with Tyson Fury otherwise, with his boxing history and all of that. Right now, he's the number one heavyweight. Right now.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh. I have no issue saying that to nobody. If he retires for real and leaves, I think differently, because somebody said if you can be an undefeated fighter, it means your career, especially in this time, your career had some level of curation, some level of careful handling, right? Some level of that. If you can be undefeated, because everybody loses if they fight everybody. Floyd didn't lose, but I've heard you, Black, talk about that Floyd didn't fight people like Errol Spence and Thurman and these young people. Didn't fight them. So there was some level of
But Pacquiao did. You know what I mean? But Pacquiao did, so yeah.
Right. So there was some level of careful curation with Floyd to maintain an undefeated record. And if Tyson Fury's whole goal is to maintain an undefeated record and retire, then I will say, no. You also had a certain level of curation, a certain level of careful handling, specific choices. Because remember, when he came back, he could have fought Anthony Joshua before Joshua lost. And he said, no, I'm going to go over here and fight this dude.
Easy road.
And I keep telling people, Tyson Fury knew, you know what? I can outbox this dude. I can deal with him much easier. Tyson Fury is not a stupid man, but nonetheless, he went and he got that fight. And now his star has risen 1,000,000%.
Yeah.
What a difference, I mean, a trainer makes. Next thing I want to talk about is Dillian White. Let me tell you something, man. I had a chance to finally watch the fight because I didn't watch it live. I didn't get a chance to watch it live. And then I saw Dillian White come out with his interview talking about how Tyson Fury pushed him down. Let me tell you something, bro. That man did not push you down. He punched you in your face. And yeah, there was a little punch, but he didn't push you down like he body slammed you, bro. He didn't body slam you. If he was able to push you down and knock you out, like you said, that means you are already gone on your feet.
Sleep.
I don't want to hear none of this shit about how, oh, Tyson Fury gets to do what he wants to do and all of this and all of this. I didn't pick Dillian White to win. I picked Dillian White to give a good fight. And he didn't do that, Black. No, he's here with excuses, just like Wilder. He pushed me down. Like that sounds like when my son went to kindergarten for the first time. Some fat kid pushed him down when they were racing.
Push me in the sandbox.
Push me down. I'm like, all right, man. What do you want me to do?
What you want me to do?
He pushed me down. You know, I want another goal, Dillian. Let me tell you something, man.
Oh man, poor Dillian. Yeah, that was sad, man. He shouldn't have said that. It was just a push. It was the push, and my head hit the canvas. Man, if you don't get out of here with that, yo, the uppercut did the job, buddy. The same punch though, Arcon. What's up with the same punch? This man cannot avoid that damn
What
uppercut.
a difference a trainer makes. So Dillian White keeps getting cut. He's had how much trainers, man? He's had, when he fought Joshua, he had the guy who's currently with Golovkin, Brian Banks. That's his name, Brian Banks?
Jonathan
Banks. That's his name.
Yeah.
So he had him with AJ. Then he was with Mark Tibbs. He fell out with Mark Tibbs, went with, I think, the guy who he has now, Xavier Miller. And somehow, nobody has been able to teach Dillian White how to not get caught with an uppercut. And I'm not talking about the only uppercut that I think he couldn't have stopped was the Povetkin, because the Povetkin one was set up.
Yeah.
That shit was beautiful. When you watch that shit now, that shit looked like it was set up perfectly.
That was beautiful, bro. Yeah, man. That's going into the archives, man.
The Joshua uppercut was just a raw FU uppercut, punch you in your face uppercut. That was no setup. That was just, come have this. Tyson Fury won, about the same thing. I didn't see the Rivas uppercut, but from what I understand, it also dropped Dillian. Is it that he just has a hole in his game? Is that it?
Mm-hmm. Definitely. Most deaf. In his guard, man. Could be falling asleep. Most definitely, man.
Yo, what's up, Tony? What's up, Tony's Reviews?
Yeah, Tony's Reviews in here? Or Tone?
No, there's Tone and there's Tony's Reviews in here. There's Tony's Reviews. Hey, Bronze Plumber, I don't know about all that conversation you having, bro. Dr. Woodop, the reason is because of his kickboxing background, the feet up. That's true. I heard someone else say that he squares up like a kickboxer.
Yeah, I heard that too.
You know, because that was his first professional like thing. He still has that in him.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
He should have got that out of his system way before getting to this level.
That's true. I mean, he's been through multiple trainers. You can't still be that type of muscle memory still can't be in you, bro. Like you haven't kickboxed in years.
Yeah, it'd been funny if he threw a kick, in there by accident. Like, oh shit, I forgot.
Yeah,
He
what
would have
up,
been better
Tony?
off with the bullshit performance he gave, though, right? Fuck it, man. You can't hit him, you can't punch him, just kick him. Fuck it.
Hey man, fuck that. Referee, is that an automatic 2 point deduction? What is that?
That's disqualification. Hell no, you out of here.
You asking me
Hey,
though.
you don't even get a warning for that, man. Hell no. I think that's worse than a bite. If
Oh
you just full on and kick somebody in the face, man, in the
yeah,
middle of
Tone.
boxing match,
Yeah, Tone. White had Fury just where he wanted him, but for the push. Yeah. Tyson Fury Tyson Fury power slam Dillian White. Like Ultimate Warrior, bro.
that WWE shit came in handy, huh?
What the fuck?
That
Dillian
man
White
went and got that WWE experience. So you know what? I'm ready now.
Dillian White said this man pushed me. Oh man.
Yeah, man. We supposed to be fighting. He's pushing me down. So I want another go.
Yo.
Yeah, man. You know what? I'm gonna use his own laughing soundbite against him. Watch. What's
What's
up,
up,
Tony?
reviews?
What's going on, Iron? Doing?
Good, bro.
It's good.
What's on your mind, Tony?
Bro, look, man, it wouldn't have mattered if it was the uppercut or a straight right or a jab. Like, he looked like he didn't even train for the fight. He was
Oh
went
man.
to the second round. Like, he did it to himself. Like, there's no excuses that made for him. Like, I don't know if he's got a bunch of yes men around him now because he looked better with Mark Tibbs. He started not to look so good after he left Mark Tibbs, and that's his own fault. Like, so if he needs a bunch of yes men, then he's gonna get his yes the fuck knocked out. Like, it is what it is. Like, he looked like shit. He looked horrible.
Oh man. But my question is, okay, you ain't been talking to the media. You've been out in Portugal. What the F was you doing in Portugal? What you doing out there?
Good question. Good
I
Every,
question.
mean,
Eating.
you took your whole camp to Portugal. Dillian White ain't been back to England in a long time. It's like he lives in Portugal now.
Right.
So you ain't been doing no press. You ain't been doing no media tours. You ain't been doing none of that. So what was you doing then? I told you I watched the fight, and people was telling me like how he was gassed early. I was like, what? So I was like, wow, the man looks really tired for real. The man looks dead tired. And
Damn.
it's like, and it's the extra weight because it's not natural, right? Like when like Wilder bulked up for the third fight and he got gassed early too.
Mm-hmm. So
Why
what is it
are you
about
putting this
Fury?
extra weight on? And then
well,
all that extra weight, you still got pushed down.
Iron, no, it wasn't extra weight because he came in smaller for this fight.
Smaller, yeah.
3, which is on the smaller side of where he fights.
Oh man.
I actually thought that was gonna, work against him dropping the weight. I was like, why would he do that? But we seen that he wanted a boxing move, and then he hit that uppercut into the right time. Bloop. I want another go. He pushed me. Shit.
Dr. Hudak
Mhm.
says he naturally is too heavy on his feet. Did you see him skipping beforehand? He looked real heavy.
I'm telling you,
Yeah,
he didn't
his
train.
feet too heavy.
He didn't train for the fight. There's no way he trained for the fight.
Do they got good food out there in Portugal?
More than likely.
He probably was out there eating.
Tony, did you see the
Easy.
phantom push though?
What's that?
Did you see the phantom push that he was talking about? He said Fury pushed
He
him
did
down.
get pushed. He did get pushed. I made a video about it, and I did stills. They're real pixelated in my video, but I just dismissed it. I debunked it very quickly. So what happened was he was walking forward. He gets hit by an uppercut. Right after he gets hit by the uppercut, he falls forward towards Tyson Fury, and Tyson Fury pushes him off of him. Here's the problem. When he hit the ground, he lands on his right shoulder. Head doesn't touch the canvas. Then when he bounces to his back with his neck up in the air, like chin towards his chest. At no point in time did the back of his head hit the canvas.
Damn. Debunked. Yeah, Iron Cone, Tony's reviews is the one that started the narrative that Dylan White was potentially drugged for this fight.
Why you gotta say I started the narrative?
You did, bro. That shit going viral. Because a lot of people hate Fury, so like, oh hell yeah, let's go with that shit.
Look. I did not say he was drugged. I said he looked drugged, meaning that.
That's all. But that's all they need. That's all trolls need, man.
He looked drugged. He looked docile. He was sweating before the fight. Like he was tired walking to the ring.
So, like Iron Cone said, what did he do in Portugal? What was he doing out there, man? Like no distractions, and not like it was press. Getting in. Maybe it was the stage, though. You think the moment, all the fans and the,
No, it can't be Black because whenever he fought on the AJ card, there was like 74, 80,000 people there.
But the pressure of this is the world title. I finally got my shot after all this time in Mauricio, and this is my time to tell everybody to, whatever you want to say after the press conference, if he wins. But he just dropped the ball. So I'm just thinking maybe the pressure set in. Like it made me think about the Floyd Mayweather versus Shane Mosley fight, where it's like we used to Shane Mosley just being very, very athletic and in shape. Then he got in there with Floyd. It was like, damn, what the fuck? Did Floyd zap his energy? Like just did some shit on him? Like he was just drained by like the third round. It was like, man, Shane, what happened?
Black. If Dillian dropped the ball, it bounced back up and hit him in the chin and knocked him out.
Hey, I'm back. So Tony, you were saying you debunked that shit because I was saying, look, let me tell you something, man. If a man could just push you down like that, he had to have body slammed you to knock you out. You were knocked out already.
I mean, be honest with you, Jerry Miller pushed AJ harder than that, and AJ didn't even fall. So
Jerry Miller didn't punch him in the face before.
Right. So just tell you when to push, bro. It was the uppercut.
The Dillian said he got pushed, and that's why he should have gotten extra time. I'm like, Dillian, bro, you be easy. You laughed at Wilder when he was talking this dumb shit.
Tripping, man.
The problem is he was out before he got pushed. Like if Tyson Fury went to push him backwards, he would have fell face first into the canvas. He was out.
That's what I saw. I said he was out on his feet. That man didn't push you down and knock you out. You were knocked out already. He just was like, get off me.
If Dillian White didn't do the Harlem Shake when the ref said walk to me, then he would have had another go.
and that's so crazy. Like the referee could have waved it off by the way he fell, and he stopped the count.
He gave him opportunity. Yeah, he got up and did the Harlem Shake. You out here doing a stanky leg and you want somebody to let you go. Come on, man. Get out of here. You want to get body bag? Like, get out of here, man. You got saved, rescued, Shout to the ref.
My thing is, like we were talking about, Tony, and you indicated what a difference a trainer makes. Dillian White looks a lot worse now under this trainer than he did. Like, I don't know what it is, man. Maybe Mark Tibbs just ran a stricter camp where Mark Tibbs is the boss, which is why him and Billy Joe Saunders won't get along.
Okay. Yeah.
He runs his camp. It's his camp. He runs his camp.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe dudes don't like that.
Yeah.
Here's the problem with that. You make the bed that you lay in, and he was sleeping in the ring, so it's over for him. This dude is 34 years old. Waited damn near 4 years to get his ass whooped every single round.
Hey, but you're making some valid points, Iron Cone. Like when you think about it, like it seems like the trainers that really run their camps have successful fighters, more successful fighters. But if like there's a fighter that really runs the trainer, it really don't have a long success rate. You know what I mean? Because sometimes these fighters be trying to, they egos and shit.
But my point to that fact was That could be he could be right. He needs a bunch of yes men, but he fucked himself, and now he'll never get another title shot.
He'll never get another title shot. This is it. I
I don't
want
think
him to
so.
go.
There's no way. He's 34 years old.
Well, that's okay. He could. I think the WBC gonna score him, but I think he'll be highly ranked again in other sanctioning bodies. There are people Dillian White can beat. I mean, let's not,
I recall Mauricio kicking him all the way out the top 10.
Oh, he gonna be in the top 30, bro.
Yeah, out of the top 10.
Hey, hold on. 1-2 kid, what's up, man?
What's up, dog?
Was drugged. He was drugged. He
was drugged, man.
Hey, man, he got beat up, and that's just all it is, y'all. He took the uppie. He has zero resistance to uppercut, and just went to sleep, y'all. And then complained about it, started making excuses, and turned into Deontay Wilder 2.0. That's all that happened, y'all. That's it.
That's crazy. They be talking big shit till they lose, then they sound just like the dude they was claiming. Like, what? Making excuses, man. Yeah, bro. He keep getting upcut to the shadow. That's funny if they make a video game and put Dillian White in it, they gotta put his upper, like you said, to his uppercut resistance at 0. If you land the uppercut, it's over. Shit, he be everything up, high stats and everything else, probably.
No matter what highlight you see of him getting stopped, every time he eats an uppercut, he got X's on his eyes. He go to sleep right there, on the spot, right there.
Right.
And he barely even hit his head. Like if he did hit his head, it barely touched the canvas or at a very soft rate and very, very light velocity. So he just ate that uppie, man. That's all it is. And Tyson Fury bounced on y'all and they giving y'all undisputed.
Nah, man. Fury looking for. Yeah, let me tell you something. You see that Ngannou fight? If he fights Ngannou, that's gonna be a gigantic fight.
Oh yeah, yeah. And then he's gonna go to WWE.
That's gonna be gigantic. And you know who's gonna miss out on that? Dana White. Dana White decided he's gonna try and screw Francis Ngannou, have this man on low wages. He was hoping Cyril Gane would have beat Francis Ngannou to take the belt off him because that was the last fight on his contract. It didn't happen. No, the UFC champion don't have no contract with the UFC. So Ngannou is like, well, shit, I'm gonna go over here, try and swing on Tyson Fury for multi-millions of dollars, cut out Dana White completely. Because remember, Conor McGregor had to give Dana White a big percentage of his paycheck. Ngannou don't have to do shit.
So if he fight Fury and they do that deal, he don't have to give Dana nothing?
Nope, he's not in contract no more. It's his last fight.
I think it's bad for boxing, y'all. Because if Ngannou land a lucky shot and puts this dude to sleep, that's just gonna look god awful, man.
What's the chance of that happening though, for real though?
0.
So probably what 1.000.
Yeah, but 1-2. Here's what I look at. Ngannou, he gasses out faster than Conor does. So
I'm not saying on paper. I'm just saying if he cracks him, that's gonna look bad,
let me ask
man.
you this though.
And he gave up undisputed. It's like undisputed is still in the air for the heavyweight division. This dude, even when he wins,
it would be Usyk versus Ngannou. Usyk versus Ngannou.
Even when this dude does well, he disappoints me. Like it's like this dude just finds his way into doing some fucked up shit.
1-2. Let me ask you this though. Do you think Ngannou can set up a punch better or hit harder?
I'm just saying, if he throws a blind punch and the motherfucker don't see it, it could knock him the fuck out. That's a fact.
What's the guy? He got like 100% KO ratio or something?
He punched really hard. I'm not saying that he can beat, like Tyson Fury. I'm just saying, like, on paper, there's no way he can win. I'm just saying. If he
why do a lot of people want to see this fight? Because he's just like a hell of a puncher.
I guess so. But what I'm saying is, boxing's on the upside right now. Why are you trying to bring it down? You know what I mean?
But think about this one too. Think about this. Everybody said Mayweather was a hell of a puncher, and when he went to boxing, his punches were weaker than Paulo Malignaggi. Like I don't know how hard these UFC guys punch when
Oh, but
compared
he
to
did say
boxing.
they're going to be wearing MMA gloves. He did say that. You know, he's willing to fight Fury with the MMA gloves, so they can do it. Be in the boxing ring, but you
That's
got to have the MMA gloves.
worse. That's worse. Look,
That
smaller
favors Fury.
gloves, smaller. No, it's worse for Ngannou. It's the same. It's the same trap that Connor fell into. Connor got his 8-ounce gloves instead of 10-ounce, right? He made them smaller. You don't ask for smaller gloves when you're the one that's going to be hit in the face more. It's worse for you.
Yeah. Well, that's what he want. Give him what he want. Shit. Fuck
I
it.
mean, I'm just saying, man. I think
For the bag.
boxing's on the upside, and I feel like we still ain't got an undisputed at heavyweight. And this dude,
Let me tell you something. If by a chance Anthony Joshua pulls off this Usyk fight, Tyson Fury will fight Anthony Joshua because the money will be too big.
Right, but what I'm trying to say is, if he takes this exhibition bout or whatever you want to call it, is it going to be stripped to the WBC so we could get a fucking undisputed?
Hey, do y'all think
they
low-key he
retired,
trying
right?
to duck? Do y'all think low-key trying to duck Usyk?
I don't know if I think he just wants a payday and do what the fuck he wants. He erratic as shit. Tyson Fury.
Yeah, Tyson Fury. Listen, Tyson Fury want to get out the game, but make money.
But you just said, like, I mean, if AJ won, he'll fight AJ, but
because it's money. Bro,
but look, out of his own mouth, he said, you know, I don't care about the money. I don't care about that.
Okay, come on, man. Okay. Tyson Fury is like, listen, if Anthony Joshua beats Usyk, if he beats Usyk, Anthony Joshua's earning potential once again takes another bump up. This dude looks like because I'm hearing this man's being offered like the site fees like $100-something million for him to fight in Saudi Arabia. If he beats Usyk, bro, how much is he gonna earn? Like this, what the fuck? It's like his earning potential is unlimited. There ain't no cap.
He could beat Usyk and then defend his undisputed versus AJ for a final grand finale, man.
Right. So what I'm saying is Tyson Fury will come back if there's an Anthony Joshua fight on the table. But the Usyk fight now.
Man, I'm just tired of motherfuckers selling out boxing, man. They trying to beat boxing into the dirt, man. Nobody's gonna take boxing serious, man.
Yeah, just do right by boxing. You know what I mean? Then go do your circus stuff. You know what I mean? Like, and I think Floyd kind of started that. I don't know if he started it, but
yeah, Floyd too. You know?
I don't know. I don't know if it's disrespectful to boxing because you got to look at it like this. If Tyson Fury goes in there and beats the current reigning UFC champion, who's been reigning for a while, and beats the living dog shit out of him, it just makes boxers look superior.
I'm just saying it's apples and oranges.
But Tony, people already know boxers are superior. Like, it's not gonna make no statement with that. It's just more like
no, they don't. They don't. They don't.
It's just an event. It's just an event in history. Like, oh shit,
bro. How many people in history? I mean, how many people would say, "Oh, Conor McGregor's gonna knock out Mayweather," and they believed that shit. They actually believed it.
So we talking about arguably one of the best fighters ever to be arguably one of the best fighters in MMA. So that's what we got to do. The heavyweight turn. It's the heavyweight's turn to do it. Like,
no, I agree. This is non-competitive. It's stupid. Ngannou's going to get knocked out within the first 4 rounds. Like, he'll be lucky to make it past the 3rd round. Extremely lucky because he gasses too fast. And
2 rounds.
He's going.
Tone says Fury cares about money. Cocaine ain't cheap in the UK. Dude, bro.
Yeah, you got a point, man.
Disrespectful. You know what I mean? Disrespectful, man. But hey, 1, 2, 3. We were talking about earlier, and you and Tony could jump in on this about what a difference a trainer makes in a fighter. So I gave the example of Tyson Fury now with Sugar Hill, right? And Tyson Fury under Peter Fury and under Ben Davison, where he was very, very safety first, very, very back foot, no knockouts really, just kind of fiddle away at you and win like a points decision. Every now and again, he'll get a stop, right? But he gets on the Sugar Hill, a different style, a different mentality. So talk to me about how much of a difference the trainer makes in the fighter, the mentality of the fighter.
Well, that's got a lot of different like angles to it because you could also just click better with your trainer, you know what I mean, or just actually listen to your trainer. And then sometimes the trainer can give you things to, better yourself or tighten you up on things that you do well or work on your weaknesses. It's just basically all about communication when it comes to trainers. So if you communicate better with another trainer, even if the trainer ain't better, is the communication is there, then at least the message is getting across. You know what I mean?
Mm, mm, Tony, what do you think about that?
I
Tony
mean,
Lee? Oh,
I believe coaches slash trainers are extremely vital on any level, whether you're starting off fresh or you're an experienced fighter. You know what I mean? Like a coach is everything. It's just like, for instance, personal trainers to people lifting weights or running track or whatever. Like they can completely transform you from what you are, and they can also ruin you. So I think that a trainer is very vital. I think fighters can fight, but you need a really good mind behind the fighter to really for him to hone in on his skills, to sharpen them. And I think it is very beneficial to have a good trainer behind you. And without one, you're only going to be as good as you're going to be.
Mm. And
In
I
some of
my
these
remember.
opinion.
guys are super talented too, Iron Kong. So it's like, does it matter which trainer is with them?
But it
Right, but
does.
even though you have the talent,
Mm-hmm.
if your trainer is somewhat like, remember in the first fight, I was telling Black, right? Freddie Roach was in as was a secondary to Ben Davis in the first Wilder Fury fight.
Mm-hmm.
Freddie Roach said if it was him, he would have told Tyson Fury to go for the stoppage. Go for the stoppage.
No, he did
But
tell
Ben
him. He did.
Davidson, but seems like Ben Davidson overruled him and said safety first, right? Stay on the back foot. And Fury didn't really do that. Didn't really go for the stoppage. So what I'm saying is, if your head trainer is the one telling you, nah, safety first, just box, safety first, safety first. What does that do for the psyche of the fighter? As to oppose when you have a trainer that sees it in you and says, hey, I want you to knock this man out. You know what I'm
I
saying?
got you. I got what you're saying. You're
I
saying
want you to
a
deal with
trainer
this.
that believes in you, and it's like I can see this in you, and it's a damn shame you don't see it in yourself. So let's bring it
Well,
out of you.
well, the thing too is
Let's
one
be-
too is with the comment you made about them being super talented. How much do they need a trainer? You got to understand. Once you get to a certain level, everybody's super talented, and it's little minute things that separate them. And that smart boxing mind behind you, say the difference in between Sugar Hill and Ben Davidson. The difference in those two minds pushing the body of Tyson Fury, the talent, is Fury goes out there and stops Wilder versus going to a
Mm-hmm.
12 round draw decision. So that's what I'm saying. Like everybody's super talented when you make it to the top, but a coach or slash trainer can be the deciding factor that just pushes you to be that much greater.
Oh no, I totally agree with that. The reason I made that point was because there's a lot of trainers out there who have super talented fighters, and they're like, well, look what he did. He got all these champions, and it's like, okay, you know what I'm saying? It's like, but look who he's got. Look who he's training. What about the mediocre guys in his in it? The guys that aren't as talented. What are they doing? Nothing. So is he that great a trainer? That was the point I was trying to make. I'm not saying that you can't get better and excel with a trainer. I'm just saying sometimes people give other people too much credit for what they doing with a already, what I mean, finished product for the most part.
Well, I
So,
agree with you 100%. That's why, like Freddie Roach, to me, I've never considered him one of the best trainers out there. I think, if anything, he's the best enhancer because he can take I've never seen him build a fighter from the ground up, say like a Buddy McGirt. Buddy McGirt is
mm,
taking fighters from the ground up.
mm,
Even Emmanuel Stewart, who passed away since we were talking about Sugar Hill, took fighters from the ground up. You know what I mean?
mm,
Roy Jones right now is trying to take fighters from the ground up, and it's yet to be seen how well he'll do with it. But to me, that's more impressive than taking guys who are already on top and then just coasting with them.
Right.
I remember years ago, Lennox Lewis had made a comment about Joshua, and people were pissed off about it. He said he might be the best of all these dudes, but he has an issue where he's gonna have to leave his trainer. And he said, you can't, what did he say? You can't ask an elementary teacher to take you through university, something like that. Right? You're gonna have to make this change. And for years he wouldn't make the change because him and Rob McCracken were close from the amateur days. But people got offended. AJ got offended that whatever. And I think Lennox was saying, like, I get you're close with this dude, but he not gonna be able to give you what you want ultimately.
Like your loyalties might hold you back.
Right. And now we see him trying to make those changes in his career, trying to find a new way forward by having Ali Bashir in his gym and these people. He's trying that now. So I remember back then people were offended, like, oh, how could he say that? Oh, Rob McCracken is this and that, whatever. You know, Rob McCracken got Anthony Joshua the way he is. And Tyson Fury has had like 4 trainers in his career. He had his father, he had his uncle, he had Ben Davison, and now he has Sugar Hill Stewart. So he's moved from person to person a lot of times, and that's why I'm just saying, like, a trainer makes a lot of difference, and you're gonna have to find, as I think 1-2 Kid said, or was it Tony said, when you find somebody who you and them really click, and this person also has ability to communicate straight and concise information to you, and really believes in what you talk, really believes in what you can do, because you can be physically talented, but if your trainer don't really believe in you or don't really believe in themselves, because the trainer probably also don't believe in themselves, don't believe in their ability to give good information, and so they hold you back. Well, and they don't want you to do this, and they don't want you to do that.
My thing is, Iron, to back up what you're saying, coaches do make a big difference, because AJ, he did get Rob McCracken, but you got to understand, when AJ truly looked at his best, in my opinion, was under Tony Sims. He got rid of Tony Sims and went back to Rob McCracken, and that's where he started to get knocked out. And he damn near, with Rob McCracken, he damn near got knocked out against Klitschko. So
wasn't Tony Sims in his corner with Klitschko?
No, he had left him.
It was just Rob?
Yeah, it was just Rob. He had left him by the time that fight happened.
Okay.
But what makes AJ so, what I like about AJ is the fact that he's trying.
Well, he's trying.
No. But too, the only point I was making was, you saw what AJ was doing under Tony Sims. He left Tony Sims to go back to his Olympic coach, Rob McCracken, because now he could do both. Whereas I think in England, it was illegal to do the Olympics and be a professional coach. They changed that. He goes back to Rob McCracken, and now here he is, been severely beat up and knocked out under Rob McCracken.
Nah, I get the point you was making about trainers. I was just saying, as a fighter, you know what I mean? I was rooting for Dillian, but you know.
We'll see where Joshua's second half or mid part of his career goes. I mean, I like that he's trying to make changes, but I hope he keeps Bashir in his gym, because Bashir has a mentality of, listen, I believe in you and your physical abilities, but I'm going to bring something else out of you. You know what I'm saying? Like how I heard Bashir talk about him, he need that in his camp. Bashir was on an interview and he was like, look, man, this dude has everything needed, and we're going to knock this dude out. So I hope he keeps Bashir in his gym. I hope he's not trying to do like Dillian, where he wants to run his gym. And because I don't think Angel Fernandez can run Anthony Joshua.
Yeah.
I think Bashir can tell Anthony Joshua what to do.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting to see what AJ's weight's going to be against Usyk, because I'm going to tell you, if he comes back in around 240, he's going to get his ass whooped. I don't care who his coach is.
Shit, man, I'll just say fucking pin that motherfucker up against the ropes and go to town.
Man, just
Right. You're
you gotta,
right. But he's got to have the strength. He's got to have the size to be able to do it.
Yeah,
well,
but
I'm
he's also
interested.
got to be able to cut the ring off.
Well, I'm interested to see what he does. Let's see what he does in his mid-career. But I'm just saying, like, when people were upset with they want Joshua to leave, Rob McCracken, blah 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 blah. Man, Tyson Fury had like 4 trainers. This man left his uncle, and people still don't know why he left his uncle. He just left his uncle, and it don't seem like they're on no good terms because Peter don't talk about him, and he don't talk about Peter.
Well, didn't he get trained by both his uncles? He got trained by Huey Fury
Yeah,
first,
didn't
passed
he die?
away, and then he died, and then he got
Yeah,
trained by Peter, and then they fell out. So I think he got trained by both his uncles.
right. So and then for a time he was with his father. I think when he started off, he was with his father. So
Yeah.
he had like 5 trainers. So really, I mean, this is a man who hasn't been scared to make no changes. He makes his changes, right?
Well, my
So
question for you, Kong, is here's my question. You hear a lot of these fighters, they be like, oh, I'm loyal, loyalty, loyalty, right? But here's my question. How loyal is your trainer if he's taking you to the best he can and he cannot improve you anymore, but he just sticks around?
if your trainer wants to stick around for your behalf, just to but he isn't opposed to you maybe working with somebody else, that's cool. But if you're there like nah, I'm your trainer, then he's not loyal to. He's loyal to himself because he don't want to see you be great
Yeah,
nowhere
he
else.
loyal to that check.
He don't want to see you be great nowhere. He don't want to see you be great under nobody else.
Yep.
He don't want to see you. You know what I mean? He not loyal to you. He loyal to himself. And fighters have to understand. Tony. Look, I get it. You want to be loyal to the people who got you where you are, but a lot of the times, them people can't take you no further. That's why a lot of these father-son teams don't always work for the best.
Yeah.
Teofimo is gonna learn that. Your father got to where you are. He's not gonna be able to take you nowhere else.
Well, yeah,
Problem with,
agree.
but the
That was
problem
my
with that though, Kong, though, is there going to be anything left by the time he figures it out?
Oh, okay.
no, no, he about to get fucked up at 140.
That's the thing, man. If he could figure it out prior and be like, look, you could be a part of this squad, but you know what I mean? Like just just sit back and you know what I mean, take a certain spot in there, step back a little bit. Then maybe he's got some opportunities. But if he still stays the head trainer, man, they're still gonna get bet your house on it. You're gonna get him out in the first round. It's like, man, go ahead, come on, man. Like you getting pieced up in the meantime and in between time, and
Hey,
then
yo.
that's happening fight after fight, man. Stu throwing all that talent down the tube.
Hey, yo. When you said that shit, I just had a flashback to the Cambosos fight. I was like, yo, this dude, Senior is a bozo. This dude,
Yeah.
what are you doing, bro? Get this guy out of here.
Take your time, knock him out. It's like at the same in the same breath. In the same breath, get him out of there, knock him out, take your time. hit him with a big shot, get him the fuck out of there, knock this motherfucker out. You should box more. It's like it's too much going on, man. Like you need to calm down, bro. Like how's he gonna take anything from you if you shooting like 3 or 4 different directions throwing him in 3 or 4 different directions, you know?
Isn't that what Roy Jones did? Didn't he have to leave his father?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
He had to leave his father. That shit don't work. Listen, man. People can get you to a certain point, but you yourself have to take the blinders off and really see that maybe this guy can't take me to where I need to be. You can be on the team still. You can be around the squad still. I come to you for advice because maybe y'all have built a bond in terms of friendship or like a personal bond where it's more advisory and this person really is down for you on a personal level. You know what I mean? But maybe on a professional level, he can't take you where you need to be. And that's real. And that's why today, what a difference a trainer makes. Tyson Fury is the #1 heavyweight in the world. That's real talk. That's real talk.
Yeah.
You know?
It
So,
just sucks that he's retiring.
yeah, well, that's who he is. You know, that's who he is, a flake. You know, he not gonna stick up. You see, there's something to be said also. You're the number one heavyweight now for this year or whatever. But there's something to be said when you stick around and you actually stay in the game and fight these people who you're supposed to fight. Trust me, it ain't gonna be easy to stay undefeated, bro.
I hear you aren't wrong. I don't know. Like, I can understand where Fury's coming from. Like, he's won every title there is to win. He's beat two long reigning champions. He just beat Dillian White, who has beat numerous top 10 fighters, and he beat him so easily. It looked like a man fighting a child. Like, it was such an easy fight for him that I mean, I understand there's an argument about AJ, but like, I just dropped a video about Wilder maybe better than what we thought he was, because when I look at, and I'm not doing a triangle theory because I don't believe in the triangle theory, but what I can say is when I see AJ go life or death with Klitschko, and I watch Fury beat him with ease, and I see Dillian White go life or death with AJ before AJ gets him out of there, and Fury beats him with ease. I mean, I don't really think AJ stands much of a chance. And then I look at Usyk and I'm like, 6'3", 230 pounds. He might be around 235, 240 by the time he fights AJ in the rematch, if he was even training with all this stuff going on in his country. And I mean, I see Fury being so good from range, and if he gets close to him, he's just going to do the Lewis thing. He's just going to do the Klitschko thing. He's going to do the Emmanuel Stewart thing, hold him and lay on him. And I don't know how Usyk can even do anything with Fury if he just gets laid on the whole time.
Yeah, well, it's nice that you believe in that. Maybe he don't, because that would be the cherry on the cake, is to leave with an undisputed, you know what I mean, as an undisputed champion, and then go ahead and retire.
But
You know what I mean?
but
To leave it in the air like that and say that this is good enough, I mean, to me, it's kind of like taking a shit on boxing.
but one too, he's the uncrowned undisputed. You do realize all three of those belts that Usyk now has, and all three of those belts that AJ has, all came from Fury, right?
Yeah, but what have you done for me lately? And we ain't got an undisputed champion,
Let me
a heavyweight undisputed champion.
let
So
me
to
let me
me, it's
reply
like,
to that because Woodop beat me to it. Anthony Joshua is coming into the game pretty much a novice. He fought Klitschko on his 19th fight, pro fight. 19. Tyson Fury beats Klitschko and immediately retires. Flakes out on the rematch. You had a great night in Dusseldorf or wherever you beat this man. You had a great night and you immediately abscond out of boxing for how much ever years with a ped case hanging over your head. Because from what people are saying, you probably shouldn't have been in the ring that night because you had a ped scandal. So you didn't want to get banned, you retired. You didn't stick around to defend your belts and go through the same guy, like you said, Dillian White beat multiple top 10 dudes. Tyson Fury didn't stick around to beat multiple top 10 dudes. You stayed out the game. Them belts went scattered. Joshua took his ass. 16 fights or whatever. Fights.
Hey, Khan, you went out on my end. Can you hear him 1-2?
nah, he cut out too.
Tyson Fury has been boxing a lot longer than Anthony Joshua. So he has a lot more experience. So are y'all hearing me? Because my internet is effing up. Anyway, so are y'all there?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I can hear you now, but you did cut out for a second.
Oh, sorry. So Joshua fights Klitschko in his 19th fight. He unifies the division for the first time. Within 2 fights again, or 1 fight again, he fights Joseph Parker in unified. So he's there and he's going through the process that Tyson Fury should have done. You should have stayed around and fought these top 10 guys after you won those belts. You didn't. That's how the belts got scattered. You didn't have the fortitude to stay around and fight these people. Because again, I say, if you're undefeated, there must be a reason for it. Your career was curated properly, or like Tyson Fury, you retired early. You come back You could have fought Joshua. You said no, I'm gonna fight Wilder. Okay, cool. I have my suspicions about that. You go fight Wilder. You beat Wilder. You beat Wilder 3 times, the same guy. Then you beat Dillian White. I'm saying like Tyson Fury's has a big gap in his competition record than other people. A big gap where he was not fighting nobody, while other people were sticking around fighting tough fights, getting their ass beat up. He comes back. His body is still somewhat fresh, and he's able to do these things, win a WBC belt, beat Dillian White. So Tyson Fury has, I mean, it's a weird schedule of his career. It's weird. Beat Klitschko, disappear. Other people stick in the game, fighting the fights. As much as I have issues with Wilder's record and his people, Deontay Wilder had a lot of defenses. I have issues with those defenses. But he fought. He stuck around. Fury didn't.
It's like he's sucker punching boxing, man. Like he coming in, he cracking someone, and then he running out. You know what I mean? Hey, Tony, check this out. If it's that easy for him to beat AJ and Usyk, then why don't we just keep it simple? You know what I mean? Do it then.
I got you, and I understand what you're saying, but again, when he has been in front of like-type competition, the guys that the other guys struggled with, he has beat easily. Like he was so much better than Dillian White. Dillian looked like he didn't even belong in the ring with him. He was so much better than Klitschko. Klitschko did not even look like he belonged in the ring with him. The dude, like, and I picked him to lose to Dillian White, but the dude is just, he's so far beyond these guys in level and class. I've never seen a top fighter dominate other top fighters so easily and make them look like they don't belong. And that's what he's done. That's what he does. And I don't even like Tyson Fury. I think he fights dirty. I lost a lot of respect for him in the second Wilder fight because he had Wilder beat and he kept doing headlock chokeholds on him. After Wilder was already finished, he kept doing dirty. I'm all for the dirty shit. You want to do dirty shit, cool. But once the guy is done and he's defeated, there's no need for it anymore. The fights it's just a matter of time before you win. And he kept doing the dirty shit. So I lost a lot of respect for him. But he's just, I'm telling y'all, like, and I was wrong about him. I'm not saying this because I was wrong, but I mean, just reflecting on it, like from the Chisoras. And I mean, he's beat 2 current guys that have won since they've lost to Tyson Fury. Now, you could say that they haven't fought the best yet, but you had Tom Schwartz, who was undefeated, and he's going on to win fights after losing to Fury. And you had Otto Wallin, who was also undefeated, who's going on to win fights after Tyson Fury. And the thing is, all these guys he just beats with ease.
But Tony, nobody's questioning his talent. They're questioning his desire to be great. But that's what the problem is.
I mean, the greatness is in the result of how you win your fights.
Right, but the greatness ain't in the result of someone saying what this dude could do as to him actually doing it.
Well, here's the thing. There's nobody in the world that's going to convince me that Andrew Ruiz Jr. could ever come close to beating Tyson Fury. There's nobody. I don't need to see him in the ring to know that Tyson Fury will beat the shit out.
But I'm saying, on that note, if we're gonna go down that route, how many times on paper will we seen a guy that was just blowing through everybody and then runs into random guy that just mops the fucking floor with him? Styles make fights. Yeah, I mean, and we talking, and in any place it would be the heavyweight division because you just need one.
It's just at this point, to me, it's undeniable that Tyson Fury is the Floyd Mayweather of the heavyweight division. Nobody is cut from the same cloth. Nobody is on his level. Even if he stays around for one more fight, which he may just be, blowing smoke in the air or getting more interest in the fight, saying that he's coming back. Because Mayweather did that. He might be doing the Mayweather thing to where Mayweather retired 800 times and always came back, and it always made the fights bigger when they happened because he's coming out of retirement, even though he was never really retired.
I
It could
get
just
it. You're right. I like about a lot of the things you're saying. I'm just saying, man, we ain't gonna know until he does it. It's not a fact until he does it.
I agree, but what is a fact is, like he has said, he's won all the major titles. He's won Lineal. He's won the Ring magazine. Like outside of beating who people want him to beat, there's nothing more for him to do in boxing.
Then get gone.
That's what he's doing. He's
Is he?
gone.
Is he?
I don't know. Is
There
he?
you go. See, I mean, I'm just saying he kind of, to me, as a boxer fan, what I like, you know what I mean? I don't know. You could say that I'm selfish when it comes to guys becoming undisputed. You know what I mean? Because I think it's better for the sport. I want to see the sport growing when guys coming in and out, bouncing in and out. And I gave Mayweather the same shit. You know, I give Keith Thurman the same shit. He's here, he's gone, he's over there. You know what I mean? It's like I I give these guys all the same shit. I'm just like, man, show some consistency so that casual fans can become hardcores in no time if these guys are consistent. And who do they follow? They follow the heavyweight division
Hey,
for the
gents,
most part. What's
I'm
up?
gonna have to wrap up because I got somebody coming to my office. So if y'all could just wrap it up, give me our last words, my brothers.
Oh, it's always good chopping it up with you, Kong. Thanks for having me. Shout out to Black Horseman and Tony Reviews, man. I get at where you coming from, Tony. You right, the dude talented, and I thought it was a good subject. And thanks for letting me chop it up with you. Shout out
Yeah,
to the
man.
chat. I'm out. Have a good one, y'all.
And the
Yeah, I
great
appreciate.
Tony's reviews, the pro Elden Ring player.
it.
I don't know how
Yo,
you play this freaking game. I would be
I love
frustrated
that
so
game. I'm
much,
stuck on that game. The
bro. I
game
would be
is
so frustrated.
yes, that's why I like it. It make you want to beat your head on the wall or
Jesus,
howl at the wall like Dillian White before the Tyson Fury fight. But
guy.
this is the thing. I dislike Tyson Fury a lot. I wish Dillian White would have beat him because I feel like it would have been best for boxing because Dillian White would have, the can man would have fought anybody, but he didn't. He got outclassed. And if Tyson Fury chooses to retire, I feel like he has proven without a doubt that he's the best of this era. There's just, from what I have seen, he's leagues above, with or without undisputed. I look at people like Floyd Mayweather, Manny Pacquiao. They were never undisputed, but they were unquestioned as the best when they were fighting. And the only question was who would win, Mayweather or Manny. But nobody else, no other champion mattered when compared to them. So it sucks that we won't get undisputed. But again, if Tyson Fury retires, I feel like he's done everything there is to do. He's won all the belts. Nobody would have the belts if he didn't walk away from the sport. And it's unfortunate, but it is what it is. And like always, I appreciate you letting me on your panel.
Hey, that's Tony's reviews, man. Hey, y'all subscribe to Tony and One Two Kid. These guys have great live streams and all that. Tony gets frustrated playing Elden Ring, but he keeps playing it. I don't know why. Hey, I just want to say what a difference a trainer makes. Shout out to Tyson Fury. You're a good fighter, bro. You're the number one definitely right now. Femi, you got to step your shit up. You know, I support you 100%, but you got to step your shit up, Femi. All right. What else? Y'all take it easy. Y'all be safe. You know, Dillian White, I don't want to hear no shit about you getting pushed down. That man didn't body slam you. He punched you in your face. And then, he didn't want you, sleeping on his shoulder. So you go back and you get some better feet, get some better technique. I don't want to hear no excuses because you laughed at Wilder for that shit, bro. Peace to everybody.